Beautiful rising. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Black August meditation. As you can see, today we're joined by our sister Leilani, who is going to be guiding our meditation today. So we're really grateful for that. And today is August 5th. So welcome to the celebration or commemoration of Black August. For those who are not familiar, Black August is a very sacred annual commemoration of all Black political prisoners, freedom fighters. It is acknowledgement of the legacy of the Black liberation movement. So many different powerful occurrences in the month of August. And this August, we have so many special and beautiful cosmic alignments. So I'm certain there will be even more revolutionary dates for us to add to this calendar and this commemoration. So I did promise the last time that we would begin to bring in the 42 principles of Ma'at, or negative confessions, or covenants of Ma'at. There's so many different interpretations of how these principles were utilized and activated, also considering that in the Kemetic tradition, there's over 3 millennia of iterations. There are pre-dynastic, there are dynastic, which are the traditions that came through the dynasties. There's the periods of invasion, and then what happened after those reclamations. So many different interpretations. So because of that, I do see Tehuti Ma'a as a space of unification. Our whole intention as a Pan-African instrument, revolutionary instrument, is specifically for the unification and the resurrection of our people. So that being said, I'm going to share on the screen actually what came from my spiritual father, Baba Heru Ankara Samaj, and the interpretation of the 42 principles based on what is in the Pertem Heru, which is the book of coming forth from night to day, usually misnomered as the Book of the Dead. And in that translation, in the Medu Neter, from the Medu Neter, the hieroglyphs that are in the Sesh of Ani, or the Papyri of Ani, this is the interpretation of the 42 principles. So I'm going to see, I don't know if it can be enlarged. It might be difficult to read, but maybe we can even put a link in the description moving forward. So the 42 laws of Ma'at, right, also known, sometimes called laws, so there's many different interpretations, as I said, are also known as declarations of innocence, over 7,000 years old. They are drawn from the African holy book, the Pertemru, as I said, one of the oldest books of holy scriptures. With these laws, our ancient African ancestors maintained a society without policemen for thousands of years. The principles of Ma'at are truth, justice, harmony, balance, order, reciprocity, sobriety, and propriety. In the early rising, say, I will not. In the evening, say, I have not. This is how we perform moral inventory on a daily basis. And so I'm going to go ahead and read those. One of the things that I encourage people to do is create their own declarations based on the moment that we're in right now. So we'll begin and continue to progress this practice. But I do invite you, remember, everything is by invitation and with your consent. So you're invited throughout all of the practices and anything that we offer to join us in synchronizing with the intention that we have for gathering for Black August. So I will just read through them. I will not do wrong. I will not steal. I will not act with violence. I will not kill. I will not be unjust. I will not cause pain. I will not waste food. I will not lie. I will not desecrate holy places. I will not speak evil. I will not abuse my sexuality. I will not cause the shedding of tears. I will not sow seeds of regret. I will not be an aggressor. I will not act guilefully. I will not waste the plowed land, lay waste the plowed land. I will not bear false witness. I will not set my mouth in motion against any person. I will not be wrathful and angry except for a just cause. I will not copulate with a man's wife. I will not copulate with a woman's husband. I will not pollute myself. I will not cause terror. I will not pollute the earth. I will not speak in anger. I will not turn from the words of right and truth. I will not utter curses. I will not initiate a quarrel. I will not be excitable or contentious. I will not prejudge. I will not eavesdrop. I will not speak over much. I will not commit treason against the ancestors. I will not waste water. I will do no evil. I will not be arrogant. I will not blaspheme Ntir, the Most High, Mother, Father of creation. I will not commit fraud. I will not defraud temple offerings. I will not plunder the dead. I will not abuse children. I will not mistreat animals. So those are the original 42. We have a practice within Tehuti Ma'at in one of our offerings, which is elevating your affirmations. It's the workshop on how to create your own declarations, where we actually reverse these into affirmatives, considering that where our ancestors were when we created these was a high point, a golden age. We are in a degenerate cycle. So instead of affirming what we will not do in terms of overriding these degenerate things, we take the approach of what is it that we need now, as in the spirit of revolution and constantly challenging existing ideas to revolve. How do we make Ma'at meet this moment? And I think that that's a very powerful practice. So other things that are available to you if you join Tehuti Ma'at, join the militia. But without further ado, I am going to transition us over to our sister and give her the mic to lead us in today's rising meditation. So thank you. All right, sis. You should.
Is muted. Okay, there we go. We're on. Blessings, everyone. Thank you, sis, for reading those 42 declarations of Ma'at. I feel grateful, to have Ma'at be the netter presented, in those declarations that I love and live by. So hey, y'all. I would love whoever is here to put who they are in the chat so I get a chance to get to know you a little bit. As Sis said, welcome to Tehuti Ma'at's, Black August reflection. For those who might not know me that are here, my name is Layani Oliveira. I am many things, but in pertaining to this beautiful instrument of Tehuti Ma'at, I am a revolutionary spirit. I'm someone that known from a very young age that I had something to do. It was also clear that I had to do specifically with my people in the race that I am in this lifetime, which is beautiful African people. So Tehuti Ma'at is a beautiful instrument where we get to express that part of us, the spiritual warrior inside of us all. Especially if you're connected with Tehuti Ma'at in any way, if you're here. I'll be honest that I'm just learning about Black August and doing a little bit of research on it. It made so much sense because right now, for me, as a revolutionary, I have been thinking a lot of, or I've been connecting a lot to the energy of what in this modern society we call or we consider thugs, gangsters, because it's really the revolutionary spirit. So to know that this movement, came about from political prisoners, was just such a confirmation of that spirit. And to know that the Haitian Revolution and the Nat Turner Rebellion happened, during August. at the same day. August, so much learning for me in it. And when I thought about, what could I bring, right, as a spiritual warrior, what could I bring to the forefront at this moment, through our meditation for us to reflect on, to feel, to assess, because I think that's really what the law of, the declarations or the laws of Ma'at is. It's a way of staying true and honest, integrous, balanced, harmonious, just within yourself. And that trickles down or expresses out into everything around you, right? Into the world. And, in Tehuti Ma'at, we believe that the revolution we want to see in the world starts with us first, right? Which is why we're doing these meditations, because it is necessary for us to heal, to look at ourselves, to face ourselves, to do the things, to really face what is here with us. So what we'll be going through in our meditation today is kind of a process that I've expanded around what healing means to me, or what I have seen and experienced as a medicine woman when supporting people in healing themselves. And those things are, the first one is facing the truth, so acknowledging. So we'll spend some time doing that. Then we'll go into digesting. So we are processing what we acknowledge, right? Because we can acknowledge, the things that we need to change, or the things in the world that we want to see a change in, but we have to first acknowledge what's here, right? So with the philosophy or the belief, within Tehuti Ma'at of facing, what's internal for you first, after you face that, you see the truth of it, you have to give yourself grace to process, right? To digest that truth. So we'll do a little bit of that. And then the last step is the release, which you can see as alchemize. To actually alchemize what you've realized and processed, releasing it out, or alchemizing it into something new, something more powerful. So this is where action comes in. So we'll do a little bit of that too. If you're also watching the replay, the live at any point, please feel free to put your name and where you are, or what lands you're on. I would love to connect more. We would love to connect more with who's tuning in and who's also with us during these next few weeks, since we're doing this month long. So if you're just tuning in, watching the replay, we're doing this every single day. So we hope that you come into this practice fully. I'll be suggesting a practice at the end. So this is something that's going to build up. And as Neff said, we're in this beautiful month of August. We're in this beautiful expansive month of August. August is the 8th month. So I really want to feed your soul and your inspiration by letting August is the 8th month, y'all. 8. And 8, if you put it on its side, it becomes an infinity sign. So our ability to expand in August is eternal. It's potent, it's large. There is quantum leaps available to us right now. So what can we do if we're coming together as Black folks, as African people, as people of color, Indigenous, to shift things. Okay. So first, I want to start us off with a 4-point check. So we're going to do a little bit of somatic, and then we're going to go into our meditation, which if you're someone that is wanting to deepen into your meditation in yoga, we learned that, we have the 8 limbs of yoga, but one of them, when we talk about, one of them is dhyana, which is meditation. And what it teaches us, or what the tool that, or the tip that it gives us, is that first to practice asana before dhyana. And asana is the physical postures, like what people usually correlate yoga with, which is just the movement, the postures. So we'll do a little bit of that, and then officially go into our meditation. Okay. So clearing out your space, finding just a comfortable environment to be in, a comfortable posture to be in, if that's laying down, if that's sitting spine erect, soft bum, relaxed muscles. And I invite us to first to take in the physical space that we're in. So take your eyes away from the YouTube screen and out into your physical space. Allowing the breath to go in and out as it needs, and begin to just take in the physical space around you, the objects, the colors. I am outside right now, so I really have a beautiful sunrise. Open yourself up to sounds of the space that you're in. Even if it's the silence. Connect to your sense of smell. Smell the space that you're in. You might even want to look over your shoulder to give yourself a really good view of your whole space, allowing the animalistic primitive brain to know that you are safe and the space that you are in right now is secure. You can even look down at your body, seeing your legs, your fingers, taking in this present moment. And now I want you to begin connecting to your breath. Just bringing awareness to your breathing. You can slow your gaze and come back into the screen, or just keep your eyes closed and listen to my voice. And I want us to take 3 intentional breaths. So we're going to inhale in through our nose, and then we're going to sound out and you actually want to say it out loud. What we're doing is toning. So we're just bringing the body more into relaxed state before going fully in meditation. So inhale through your nose at your own pace, count down to 3. Inhale, and then on your exhale, really let it all go. Release from the heart. Feel the vibration coming up from the heart, out of the throat. Really releasing anything from yesterday, anything that that is blocked or stagnant or needs movement inside of you. At your own pace, 2 more. Inhale deeply. Relaxing the jaw as you out, softening the muscles around the jaw, letting go, relaxing the tongue. And then slowly, if you haven't, allow the breath to go back to its natural rhythm. And if you haven't, slowly closing your eyes or gazing at an object in front of you, whatever brings more relaxation and comfort and presence to the body. You can place your hands in whatever ways feel more comfortable for you, if that's facing up on your knees or by your side, or by holding them together, choosing a mudra that you want to be in and trusting the body's intuition. So bringing the arms, placing them, the hands wherever you feel more comfortable, wherever touching the body or not touching the body brings more comfort. And from this place, I invite you to listen to my voice and be guided by my voice in an inner journey. Focusing on the breath, allowing the breath to come in and out. I want you to begin seeing yourself yesterday morning. Slowly allow yourself to travel there. Begin to bring yourself into yesterday in the morning when you were first getting up. And I want you to just observe yourself. Imagining, seeing yourself getting up from bed. What did you do initially when you got up? Just observing. Observing what you ate, what you didn't eat. Who you spoke to, and what your day was ahead. Notice the state of your mind. Notice your habits. What are the things that you ran to first? Observe yourself throughout your day. Notice your physical space, the spaces that you were in, the people you were around, the places that you physically went to. Notice how your body felt throughout your day yesterday. Your energy levels. We're not judging any of this. We're just observing, taking inventory of where we are in this moment. The things that we're holding in our bodies, things that we're holding in our mind and our emotional body. Knowing that all of it is divine, all of it is in preparation for who we are to come. It is part of our becoming. And I want you to begin asking yourself, where is my energy leaking? Just internally asking as you're observing yourself and listen. Where is my energy leaking throughout my day? What relationships in my life are unbalanced or not reciprocal? Where can I give more? Where can I receive more in my relationships? Noticing with curiosity, receiving with an open heart what we are observing and noticing. And I invite you to ask yourself, what in my life am I currently overusing, abusing, overindulging, or even addicted to? Is it your phone? Is it a relationship with someone? Is it pleasure? What are you overusing? Is it an excuse about why you're not doing the thing or becoming the thing or the person that you know you are? And lastly, you can ask yourself if there is anything else that you're needing to know and assess or get inventory on in this moment, asking your higher self, your soul, and listening if there's anything else, any other insights that you're needing to know right now. Giving gratitude, sending gratitude through the heart for everything that you were able to observe, to see, to witness, any insights that you learned about yourself, even if it's hard to meditate. Just noticing and sending gratitude to the heart for whatever this meditation brought forth, any awareness that it brought forth for yourself in this moment. Because again, the revolution starts with us. Giving thanks and then slowly coming back into yourself, staying connected to your heart. I would love to hear in the chat, what came up for you, even if it's one word. Again, if you're watching the replay, I am welcoming that. Because it's important to, when we acknowledge something, to either vocalize it, to write it, to bring it forth. So an invitation to just write out, it's almost a declaration of, this is the truth that I seen, or this is the truth that I know, for yourself, but also for others. Things become more concrete when we write them. And now I want us to do a little bit of digesting that. So if you're writing in the chat, go ahead. And then once you're complete, I want to invite us into processing a little bit. And the chakra that came to me very clearly this rising was the solar plexus. And it's because, yes, we can acknowledge the things in our lives that need to change. We can acknowledge the things in the world that need to change, but there has to be action behind it, right? If we want to change something about ourselves, if we want to heal something, acknowledging is part of it. It's like, okay, I can acknowledge that I really need to nourish my body more, or I need to drink more water, or, I'm noticing patterns in me that I want to shift. Acknowledging is the opening. And then we have to process it, which sometimes takes time, before we get to the alchemization of it. And what we're going to do is some hip rolls. supporting with activating that part of the body, which is the solar plexus. For those who might not know, the solar plexus is located right here, right in the soft part in between the ribs. You can actually bring your hands there and massage a little bit just to bring some physical touch and activation to it. Right where the two ribs meet, you could just bring maybe your 3 fingers right into that space. It might be sensitive for others, and squeeze it. Make small circles, activate it. Bring some movement there. Allow the breath to go in and out as it needs. The solar plexus is also connected to purpose, our identity, our power. It's associated with the color yellow, as you can imagine, the sun, which is so connected to August being a month ruled by the sun. It's when the sun is shining the brightest, right? This time of abundance and harvest. Okay. And then we're going to release the hands down by our knees. If you're sitting cross-legged, or even if you're sitting down. And what I'm going to invite us to do is to process through hip rolls in spinal flex. We're going to begin first with the hip rolls, where we're going to bring our hands by our knees, and we're going to start first towards our right knee. We're going to inhale, bring our chest forward, and then exhale back. And as we do that, we're making hip circles, so circulating our pelvic bowl. Inhale forward and exhale back. Inhale forward and exhale back. And as we make this motion, I invite you to bring forward some of the things that you noticed, right? If the relationships that are unbalanced, if there was some shame, some guilt, whatever emotions came up for you throughout that meditation, I invite you now to move it a little bit through the body and the breath, through hip circles. Inhale forward and exhale back, using the breath to help you move that stagnant energy, to help you digest and process. You can close the eyes if that feels comfortable for you, and bring your gaze upward through the third eye. So an inner gaze up through the third eye while you release, while you process. And really engaging the pelvic bowl. Sis yesterday was beginning to activate our root chakra, where a lot of our fears, scarcity comes from. So a lot of the traumas and emotional stress of trauma, which is too much too fast, it gets stored in the psoas muscles, one of the biggest muscles we have in our pelvic bowl. So when we're doing hip circles, and this is good for both women and men, it's for humans. And then slowing down and going the other direction. So coming back to center and then going the other direction. Inhale and exhale. You can also bring your hands to your shins. If the body feels like stopping, I suggest that you push through that with some breath. Really using the breath and release what it is. If it's some anger that needs releasing, if it's some sadness, whatever it is that might be coming up, or just igniting your willpower. Beautiful job. Slowing down, coming back to center, moving right into some spinal flexes. So bringing your hands to your shins, so in between your knees where your ankles are. Placing your hands there, grabbing yourself and doing some spinal flexes where you'll inhale as you bring your chest forward. And then you're going to exhale back. You're going to inhale forward, exhale back. And we're going to do that for a little bit to just process again what it is that came up. Bringing into balance and waking up the spine, our Jed. Beautiful job. Release, really process, acknowledge what are the things that are present right now and what actions you're needing to take to alchemize, to move forward, to continue on your Kepra transformation of becoming. Using your willpower to keep the breath and the spine going. Just a little bit more, just 30 more seconds. Beautiful job. Beautiful job. Almost there. 10 more seconds. Release any last bit of it that your body is needing to release. Really use the power of the breath. And then slowing down, and coming back to center. Keeping the eyes closed and noticing the body. Releasing the jaw, softening the shoulders, and just notice what in your body, where in your body is there movement? Where have you freed some energy? Did you release it from your throat, your knees, your chest? And then I invite us to bring our hands together and just rub them, activating our palm chakras, where we have the power and the ability to send energy, right? We can generate energy, we can activate them. So we're rubbing them together to act them, feeling the heat that we create. When you're rubbing them together, you should feel, there should be enough pressure that you can feel some heat that you're creating, and then bring that heat to wherever in the body you were feeling movement. Wherever there was already movement, if it was your womb, your knees, your hips, your eyes, your cheeks, your jaw, wherever it is, trusting that you know, and bringing your hands there and sending energy into that spot. We've processed it. There's some energy moving there. Now we're using the power of our energy to send beautiful, healing, transformative energy or whatever else, you feel intuitively to send to that part of your body. Fill up that space. Alchemize anything in there that needs alchemizing, any little spots that might be left behind from the front, the back, the sides, any little bit of gunk, mudu that might be there. Send your beautiful energy there, transforming it, transmuting it, and alchemizing it into power, clarity, knowing, truth, all the goodness that you deserve. Okay. Beautiful. And really fill yourself up with love. And bringing the hands anywhere else on the body. You might want to just tap your own body. Anywhere else in the body that might be needing some touch, just bringing your hands there. Again, filling up with gratitude, giving thanks to this body, this beautiful comrade body. I call this my comrade body. That allows the spirit to experience this reality that we're in. And that was our practice, y'all. I am curious how this experience was for you. So please put it in the chat if you're here or later. But I would love, love, love the medicine of the collective. The medicine that we're in right now is the medicine of the collective, y'all. We have the North Node, which are these mathematical points in the cosmos that have shifted into Aquarius. And if I'm sure you're familiar with at this point that to me, I am no astrologer. Let me say that. I am no astrologer, but I love the stars and I love the cosmos and I love learning about who we are and our divinity through the stars and the planets, right? So I am a student, a lover of astrology. And in astrology, most people that are tuned into astrology, I feel like we know that we're in the Aquarian age, or I believe we are. And these the North Node and the South Node that I was just sharing about, that it just shifted into the energy of Aquarius. So we've been having all of these moments, at least to me, that I could see are affirming that we're in the Aquarian age. We had the planet of Pluto, I think a year ago in November 2025 it was, or 2026, that shifted into Aquarius. There's been so many things that is showing us the medicine of right now is the collective. The medicine of right now is coming together. The medicine of right now is, how do we share ourselves with one another? How do we power play? How do we be in power together? And ultimately, how do we unite? Which, is what Pan-Africanism is about. It's what yoga is about. And ultimately, the experience of being alive, what it's about, right? The unity within ourselves. As I close our time today, one of the things that I wanted to bring into the space that felt really important for me, and I know will be very important for others, is for this month of August for us to consider fasting. And as someone who's been fasting since the age of 15, I did my first fast when I was 15. It was a 10-day fast that I did. And I didn't eat anything. It was a liquid fast. And although during that time, my reasons for doing it was to lose weight, So it didn't have the spiritual significance that it does to me now. But I absolutely felt the spiritual shift, right? The consequences spiritually of fasting, which is why it's a practice that I've been doing. I'm 33 now, so however many years that is. And the reason why I want to recommend this tied in again to the themes that I felt today, which was discipline, the importance of disciplines for us as spiritual warriors. Like if you see discipline as a muscle or even as a weapon, right? We have to be able to sharpen this weapon. We have to tend to it, right? We have to come back to it. And our willpower is directly tied to discipline, and which is why I brought the solar plexus, us activating, connecting a little bit more to the solar plexus, because we have to have that willpower to create the discipline. And fasting is a really beautiful way of doing that, because you're abstaining from it. You're saying, I'm abstaining from this thing, so I am overriding my will. It's like, this is what I said I will do, and I will do that. And it could be fasting from food. And you can kind of gauge that as we're still in this container, the space that I created for us, and that we've been creating, in self-reflection and going into the body and noticing what is alive for us right now. What is the thing in your life right now that is needing reciprocity or balance or harmony, that requires a period of fasting, right? Abstaining from it, not because the thing is bad. Because I think a lot of the times when people think about addictions, right? If we're addicted, human beings are addicted to so many things. It's one of the ways that we soothe ourselves often, although oftentimes we think about addictions as like people that are addicted to drugs, and it's so out of like, it's like we do we other it, like, no, I'm not the person on drugs. But the reality of it is humans are addicted to many things. People are addicted to porn. People are addicted to sex. People are addicted to running away from themselves. People are addicted to substances, of course. People are addicted to attention, to their phones, food. The list goes, shopping. The list goes on and on. So again, we want to be honest with ourselves and let that truth arise from within you. So you're not trying to find something. You're just from where you are right now, listening to yourself, asking a question, and then listening to your higher self, your soul, your spirit. You want to ask yourself, like, what is needing, to bring things into full balance, into ma'at. What is something that I'm needing to fast from? And choosing that thing. And what I want to bring forth to the space is that we started on the 7th, which is in 2 days. So you have 2 days to consider what are the things that you want to fast from. And I just invite us to do it for 7 days, right? There's so many fasts you could do for 40 days, 21 days, 3 days. Fasting depends on what it is that is being required of you in that moment. But I trust that you will know what that is. I know I trust that you will know what you're needing to fast from, and then give yourself the 7 days of practicing, of wielding your power forth through your will. And I know that will be part of our amplification and expansion this month. Thank you all so much for being here. Again, I really want to know what you're fasting from. So please comment, send us a message. I really, really want to know. And I think it would be good for us to know, to know for each other how we can support each other, and how we can, be in ma'at, as a society, as a people. I think that's part of where we're moving towards, and what, the part of us that we are resurrecting in this moment, is the part of us that knows, that is truthful, that is just, that is in the fabric of who we are. And then the last thing I want to say as I close off, I will be here every Wednesday. So that will be my day that I'll come in and do a meditations, maybe Fridays right now, but we're still filling it out. We have more people that will be joining us. Tehuti Ma'a is an instrument of beautiful, beautiful souls, which is why we're calling in more of the souls that we know are meant to be here, to experience the medicine of the collective, which is the times that we're in. Like if you want to win, if you want the expansion, if you want the quantum leaps, right now it's a requirement that you come into community. So if you feel, excited or turned on or activated, or just like this like thirst or resonance for what is, what we're showing you, please, tap in, connect with us. There's many different forms of medicine that we're sharing with the world right now. So you can come in as a member and do it with us, right? Lock arms and let's build together. Or you can also, just experience some of the medicine. We have sexual alchemy retreat that we do in Cabo Verde. We have one coming up next year in the beginning of the year in February. So if you're someone that want to go into that pelvic bowl area, that unseen, hidden mystery, the thing that the fears, you just want to go to the root of all of it. You're just like, yeah, I want the transformation. Like I want to feel it. I want to know it. I want to be rooted and embodied in my power. Sexual alchemy is a medicine that Neff and I offer in right now, this year. It's in, or next year, 2027. It will be in Santiago, Cabo Verde, but it will be all over the world, I'm sure, eventually. And that's for people that want to, again, harness their power through sexual transformation. So really going into their sexual wounds, connecting more with their sexual energy, and finding, again, going through that process of healing to see what's there. What are the things that are perverting my existence? They're not allowing me to flow freely and exist freely in my most natural form, and all that power. Yeah, and that's for people of African descent. So if you're someone of African descent or know someone that could benefit from that, please join us. And that's
Thank you, sis.
Yeah.
I put it on the screen. I'm not sure if you can see when things are popping up on the screen. Okay, so great. And then shout out to Christoph, who's also here with us. Remember, if you're here with us live, please engage with the chat. That's the benefit of being here with us live. But it was a very, very beautiful practice. I think even when you brought in the 8 and thinking about like the reflection you took us in the meditation to look back at yesterday, right? And remembering that we're in a continuum. That's what, like, when we think about, okay, August, as she said, in the Gregorian calendar, it's the 8th month of the year. So there's a specific energy that we can harness in with that. And continuity is part of that, right? We always say we're navigating eternity. And in order to navigate eternity, you have to see what's behind you and allow that to support you in directing the energy in front of you. So this whole month, that's a theme and an energy that you can bring into the space. I also want to tell people to share this with people that you know, that you want to introduce Black August to. This is a great opportunity to spread this to people, even for us internally, right? Like we need to spread and share so that other people know that we're here live. And I want to invite you to invite others to join us every day for the month of August for this donation-based offering, Black August meditation from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Okay, and as I said, it is donation-based, so
and that's 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Eastern time.
8 a.m. Eastern time, correct. And on the screen, it has our Cash App. In the description, you can see your option to also, if you don't have Cash App, you can use PayPal. Even if you don't have a PayPal account, you can make a contribution via PayPal. And please share your contribution for today's meditation. Every dollar counts, and it is what supports the energy that we're bringing to you every rising for Black August. Okay, so thank you so much.
just to add something here, sis, and I didn't get to share myself in this way, or what my role is in Tehuti Ma'a. And as this is talking about the donation, I feel the responsibility to share, what these, where we are. So one of my roles is I'm the financial steward. So I'm the one that, if you have any questions around what your donations is flowing to, would be the person you ask. And right now your donations would be going to really solidifying the foundation of Tehuti Ma'a. We have a lot of projects, a lot of initiatives, a lot of creative energy that we have, and ideas that are here, that are materializing. And of course, because we're in this world where the exchange right now, and we know that is shifting, is money, that is part of some of the power that we need to move, this movement forward, to hold you well when you come, to do more research, to support us better, to be ready on the front lines as things continue to come to an end, because that's part of the transformation process. Things have to die for new things to be born. We need funds, so we say that shamelessly and excited for all the money that's going to continue to flow through the donations. And again, if you have any questions about where your funds are going or what our focus is, I would be the person, or, when you message us at Tehuti Ma'a, you could just say, send this to Leilani. I'm really curious about, what's being funded or what's needing more funding. And yeah, we can grow together in that way.
Ashe. So I will also again put on the screen, one of the best ways that you can support is through your consistent membership in the Tehuti Ma'a Militia. So if you feel like you're a star in our constellation and you want to support the work that we're doing at the Kingdom rank, that $22 every moon would be supporting organic food for the people, food sovereignty, all of the different initiatives that we're doing across the board. And I'll do my best to start to bring some of that forward so that it could be more clear in our rising meditations how not only are we a revolutionary instrument, but what are the songs that we're playing with this instrument, so that you can tune in and you can vibe with us. Okay, so remember, energy grows where energy flows, or energy grows where energy flows. So where we're putting our money right now is so important. So important. So everything that we are abundantly sharing, the money is an energy form of value, right? So valuing healing, valuing liberation work, valuing the energy that we're bringing forward, this resurrection, this reclamation of our ancestry, of our lineage, and this intention for successfully bringing us to that expression of freedom. I can't think of a better investment to make in this era, in this moment. So hopefully in your heart, you recognize that for yourself and choose the path of contribution that is in Ma'at, right? Because this is also about reciprocity. So thank you again, sis, for leading us in a beautiful meditation.
I actually want to share a song to close us off, but I'm just going to go grab my drum really quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, so I'll do a little bit of more housekeeping while we're wrapping up. If you have not been tuning in with us throughout our meditations, we do have a playlist for the Black August meditations that is on the YouTube channel. I think the best way for you to share the opportunity here is to, of course, subscribe to the channel so that you can see the community board. There is a graphic there. You can share that with people. You can share directly the link to the YouTube / Tehuti Ma'at World. So that way, whenever the meditations come up, people have access to them, and they will be scheduled every day, as I said, 7 a.m. Eastern time. And this is back.
Okay, so I just want to offer this song to close because it came to me also this rising. In the song, I learned it through beautiful chorus, and then my love for it deepened in Mexico, where I went for a spiritual retreat that Neff hosts in San Pancho. And the song, and sis, I'm sure she'll share more about that, her retreat, Kepra, some other time during this week. But the song is called Pachamama. So I want to share it for us, you know, of course, as we come from people who understood and still understand and live out the power of our voice, expressing our soul, and doing it in community and with others. And then, of course, with the powerful drum, this one being the djembe. Okay. Can you hear that, sis?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay. Pachamama, I'm coming home to a place where I belong. Pachamama, I'm coming home to a place where I belong. Pachamama, I'm coming home to a place where I belong. I wanna be free, so free, like a dolphin in the sea. I wanna fly high, so high, like an eagle in the sky. And when my time is done, I wanna lay down and fly. And when my time is done, I wanna lay down and fly. Pachamama, I'm coming home to a place where I belong. Pachamama, I'm coming home to a place where I belong. Shoo. Our resurrection, our celebration. It's funny because I seen Black August. It said it's a time, when I was doing some research, said it's a time of reflection, not celebration, which I love. I think it's so needed, especially I'm a Cape Verdean woman, so we know fun and enjoying ourselves. But I was also feeling like a sense of celebration, which I don't know if it's, if it's the specific time that we are in right now. But yeah, really feeling the celebration and the declaration of our victory.
Ashe. Yeah, I'm always for that. I do also want to say, when we sing the vibration of our heart, which is our moon sign, right? And we are going to be sharing more of the cosmic information I had shared with that, like, throughout the month. Like what sis was sharing about the north and the south nodes, which right now are kind of wobbling into place. That's one of the aspects of it. It like kind of goes back and forth. And now we're coming into fully that Hapi or Aquarian energy. So it's so interesting because we both have Hapi moons. Our moons are in Aquarius. And it was funny because before we came on, we were like, what? Sis was like, why we got on the same shirt? We did not plan this, but it's like the hearts are synchronized. But I think the vulnerability of your singing voice really tunes you to your moon sign. So it being the vibration like of the age, I think is always really important to recognize. Like, the voice is such a vulnerable, powerful tool for us to use. So please sing along with us as we sing. Okay, sis, thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow rising.
Blessings. Till next time, family. Peace and power.